Hi, and welcome back to my channel if you're returning. My name's Casey the Stitcher, and you're going to stitch with me today. I am currently working on Vicar Amelia by HexStitchCraft. This is going to be a test stitch that I'm doing for her and her shop, which it's been super fun. Currently I'm going to be filling in some of the red on the arm bandages, and we'll be working on that, and maybe a bit of the grays. This project has been very fun. It's about 10,000 stitches, maybe a little less, and it's on hand-dyed 14 count Aida with the called for DMC. I will be posting the link to the pattern in the description below. The needle minder I got off of Amazon, and then I am using my Lowry stand and then some floss drops attached with the Nurge hoop. While I stitch today, I figured we'd talk about some plans that I have for the year. I know I got into that a little bit on my first floss tube that I just posted about a week ago. I figured we'd go into that a little bit more. So my plans for the year, I have a few finishes that I definitely want to finish, and then some things I want to pick up, and some goals and some percentages I want to get on certain things. The finishes that I need to finish this year are my princess series I'm doing. I have 2 of 6 done. I have Belle and Elsa done. They are up on my Instagram and in my previous floss tube. Once I get done with Vicar Amelia, I'm planning on doing Ariel, then Tiana, Jasmine, and then finishing off with Cinderella. I would also want to finish my Edgar Allan Poe that I have going. That is The Master of Macabre by the Witchy Stitcher. I've been working on that one since June of last year, so I'd really like to get that one done. And then I'm actually having issues with a current whip that I started for New Year, New Start. And that is Azula, which is artwork by Hannah Alexander, and it is charted by Pinky the Pink from makeitpink.net. I started that on 36 count Edinburgh linen by Zweigart, and it's on plain white, and I'm not loving the plain white linen with her because she's very rich in like the reds and stuff, so I almost feel like I should have put her on like a cream or a gray. I'm also not a fan of that linen, sadly, so I may restart her here soon. I'm only about 1,200 stitches in on her, which, I mean, it'd be saddening, but I kind of just want to take the L, I think, and I might start from bottom up or top down. I'm not loving where I started because I started dead middle, so that puts me in the skirt, so I feel like I'm just kind of endlessly stitching on that, so I may start in a different spot if I do restart her. On top of that, I am struggling with a few of my larger whips. I feel like I have a lot of large whips that I need to get done, but I feel like I'm not working on them. But then I'm also always searching through unconventional cross stitch and Heaven and Earth Designs and more of makeitpink.net stuff. So I feel like I'm always just kind of looking into new projects all the time, which is not the best. I also just picked up a new chart by, I believe, Bendy Stitchy, I believe is the chart. It's the Haunted Mansion. I'll put a photo up on screen of it. I also just got surprised with the Winter Court mystery kit that Forbidden Floss Co. just put out, along with colors to go along with the Haunted Mansion cross stitch that I just got. So I definitely had some stuff to do if I need to do it. I already have the fabric that I am going to be doing the Haunted Mansion on, and I kind of want to start that one soonish. I'm really wanting to start all the Disney stuff since I'm going to Disneyland in April, so we'll see. We also had some fun stuff come up this past week. Fine Frog Stitching's newest stitch along started last Friday on the 21st. It is the Court of Crows stitch along. I have set a goal that I'm only going to be working on stitch alongs on Fridays. We'll see if that changes when the Empyrean stitch along by Fiber Forbidden Fiber Co. comes out, because I don't know when she's going to be releasing the editions. I know that it's going to be like an 8-week thing, and I think she's releasing a part every week. But I don't know exactly when that is. Like, Fine Frog Stitching put out when you bought the pattern, like the release dates and everything for each part. And I don't believe Forbidden Fiber Co. has done that for the Empyrean. So I guess we'll see. But I'm super excited to get that. And I'm also super excited to get the Winter Court Mystery Kit. I believe the Winter Court Mystery Kit will come out on the 25th of March. And then the Empyrean Stitch Along kit is going to be shipped out on the 28th, so this coming Friday. I'm really excited for that. I don't have as long to stitch on the Empyrean before the first actual Stitch Along part comes out, so I may have to balance Vicar Amelia and the start of that for a minute. Like, get a certain amount on Vicar Amelia Day and then go over to the Empyrean. The Empyrean's start that you have to have done before the first parts start is going to be not terrible. It's all going to be in black, and it is just a quote of a dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without its dragon is dead. So we'll see how long that takes. I think the initial is like 1,100 stitches, so that won't be too terrible. I did start on the frames for the Quarter Crow Stitch Along. I got one of the beautiful actual picture frames done. I got the middle piece and then one of the torches done. I'm hoping that the next Flosstube, which should be up like next week at some point, I'll have more of an update for you on that. I'm planning on this Friday doing some stitching on that, like a lot. I'm going to try and get to 50% on Friday, which I don't think will be super hard. The worst part about the stitch along has just been the counting for me, because I suck at counting in cross stitch, which is wild since it is cross stitch. But yeah, so that's the plans. I'm also really thinking about picking up one of the other avatar designs from Pinky the Pink from makeitpink.net. Hannah Alexander's artwork is just beautiful, and I already have Azula, which I'm working on, my Anti-Lee. I'm thinking about picking up Katara. I think that Katara is going to be my next one, and I think I might grab the custom bead that she has for Katara's necklace, just to have that on hand. I'm always questionable about starting Pinky the Pink's stuff, just because it always called for Kreinik threads or Kreinik. And as everyone probably knows, if you use that we're in a shortage right now of that. I have been trying the Rainbow Gallery stuff, which doesn't seem to be terrible either. So that's going to be a nice one if I can find a conversion for it. On top of that, in other news, if you haven't heard yet, I guess I'm going to be the first one telling you. We did get the official post that Joann's will be fully going out of business. They initially were going to close about 500 stores, but now they are completely just closing the doors. I believe they sold off to another group. They took out bankruptcy last year, and they were going to try and recoup from that, but now I believe the judge ruled that they're just done, which makes me so sad, because I do live in a larger city where I do have Joann's and Michael's, and we have a ton of quilt shops, but we have no needlework shops. The quilt shops will sometimes have some linen or Ada, or sometimes they'll have DMC, but I have no one that has a ton of stuff, which kind of sucks. So I'll probably have to be going to Michael's here soon. And I know we have a Hobby Lobby coming soon, but I try to avoid Hobby Lobby as much as possible unless they have really good coupons or what have you. So we'll see how that goes. I've been ordering a lot off of like 123 Stitch, and then I found a really cute small shop that does ship out online called Needle in a Haystack, and I believe they're out of California. They're the nicest people in the world, and they're actually relatively cheap, and their shipping's relatively cheap, which is super nice. And they have a point system, which I also really like. I'm also thinking about signing up for the Forbidden Fiber Co.'s Floss of the Month subscription. every month you get 10 flosses of their current rotation, plus I believe 2 exclusive flosses. So that'd be super nice, but I don't want to do that quite yet until I get my hands on some of their floss, which again, I'll be getting it in the Empyrean stitch along. So we'll see how I like that. So yeah, it's just, we'll see how I like the floss. On top of that, I'm really questioning myself if I want to actually change my master DMC set over to floss drops. I have them all on bobbins in boxes that I do really like because I like how easy it is to find everything. But as you can see, I've been enjoying floss drops a lot. So I think it'd be a lot easier just to put the entire master set on floss drops and just be able to grab and go and add to whatever. Or I might keep doing this where I estimate how much floss I need for each project and I just throw them in individual floss drops. Either way, I'll definitely probably be sticking to floss drops, especially for these types of patterns where they're like largish. And I don't want to be unwinding and winding bobbins all the time, especially since I do like to grab and go with my projects. Like I said, I work cybersecurity and I work from home. I don't go into office at all. And considering I'm in southern Utah, and my office is in Salt Lake City, so that's about a 5-hour drive for me. So I'm not required to go into office at all for anything unless it's a large trip that the company's paying for. So at night, I sit down, especially when I'm on swing shift, which I currently am right now, and I cross stitch while I work because swing is very slow. There's still work to do, but it's not as consistent as the morning shifts are. And there's no busy work to do or meetings to do after about 5. So floss drops are just easier for me. And so I'm thinking I really might move over to them at some point. I don't quite want to do it while I still have a full master set on bobbins. So I might do what I do and then just move over in some due time. On top of that, we have market coming up, the Nashville Market. And there has not been a ton that has caught my eye, sadly. If you haven't noticed, I don't really do traditional samplers and stuff, but there is a pattern that Fine Frog Stitching released for market that I am really interested in, and I'll pop it up on the screen here. I absolutely adore rats, so I need this pattern in my life so bad. On top of that, I haven't really seen anything else. I am thinking here soon that I am going to take on a long dog sampler or a Mirabilia. There is one that I really want, and it's the Raven Queen, and 123 Stitch has the pattern. I want that freaking pattern so bad. It's beautiful and it looks amazing. I also have been seeing, well, mainly I've seen it from Thread Gremlins, and then I started looking it up more, and I want it. It's the Morbs cross stitch pattern by, I want to say it's Modern Folk Embroidery, and it's really just a motif and it's got the Morbs, and I absolutely adore that one. I've also been looking at a bunch of older stitch alongs from a bunch of different pattern makers. The Stitch Crypt has one, and it was their Morbid Curiosity stitch along, and I love that one. I kind of want to get that stitched up at some point. And if you've been anywhere on Flosstube or the Cross Stitch Instagram or anywhere else, you've been seeing The Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick. It is a beautiful pattern, and it's supposed to be in like pinks and like really warm toned colors. It's beautiful in the original kitted colors, but Cam the Stitcher did a conversion of it in like Victorian sage and blue. It is absolutely stunning in those colors. And so I'm wanting to grab that and do my own conversion at some point, because I think that'd be a super fun conversion to do. I've also been looking at Hope Christofferson's work on unconventional cross stitch. She has some works that are like centaur and dragon, etc., etc. I think she has a kelpie one, and they look like journal pages from like a mythical creatures book, and I want to do them so bad. I technically do have 2 full coverage works I have in the works currently, and that is my Disneyland map and vessel from Sleep Token that I am stitching. I also so badly want to take on Nostalgia Tarot. Nostalgia Tarot looks so fun by the Witchy Stitcher. I am subscribed to her Patreon, so I do have a lot of the cards already saved in my Google Drive where I keep all of my patterns. And she also has the correct size black fabric on her shop, along with some needle minders I really want. And I even do want to try some of her new diamond arts that she has that is inspired by her Nostalgia Tarot patterns. So soon, if I have extra monies after Disneyland, we'll see if I can grab any of that. I have so many projects that I want to do and I want to start and all that, and I get so sad but so anxious when I think about having so many whips. I follow Crafty Gaming Jamie, who has like 30 some odd whips, I believe, and like she does amazing with them. I do not think I could handle that for myself personally. Like, I am a hyperfixation girly on my patterns, so I like to get stuff done. So the amount of whips I currently have, which I believe is 6, is still just so much for me. But yeah, do I have any other life updates for you guys? I don't think so. I currently have a pregnant rat that I picked up. I rescued 4 rats about a week ago, and I was told they were all females. They are not. There's 2 males and 2 females. I did separate out the males and the females. So we'll see how that goes. The one that I know is pregnant for sure, her name is Ginny, and she's a really pretty like calico color. So I'm waiting any day for her to pop. We go to the vet on Friday, so we'll see what he says about all of them. I do plan on getting the 2 males neutered so I can put them back in with their females, and depending on how many rat babies I get, we'll see if I keep them all or if I find some rehoming for them. I do only rehome to people that are going to keep them as pets. I do not rehome to feeders. Snakes are great. You guys do whatever you want with your snakes, but I personally do not want them to go to anyone with snakes if I can help it. So we'll see what happens. I'll definitely be posting updates of the rats on my Insta and stuff, so stay up to date with that. I'm really hoping the other female isn't pregnant. I'm really hoping I got to them in time that she isn't pregnant, because she is very sassy. So her as a mother will be a time. But other than that, yeah, like I said, I live in southern Utah, so the weather's been getting really nice here. Today we're like mid-70s. Yesterday we were like 82. So it's a very beautiful end of February for me. I'm hoping that before I do my next floss tube, that my haul will be in for the Empyrean Sal. I may hold off and actually do my floss tube when the Empyrean Sal kit gets here. I have not ordered from Forbidden Fiber Co. before, so we'll see what their shipping looks like. I'm so sorry, that's a lie. I got the Basgaiath project bag that I talked about last floss tube from her, and that took about 4 or 5 days from when I got the shipping notification to when I got it. So I think if she ships it out on Friday, I should have it by like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I might do an unboxing on camera for that during my floss tube. And then I'll definitely be doing a unboxing / haul when I get the other Forbidden Fiber Co. shipment on the, I think it ships out on the 25th for the winter court. Me and a cross-stitch friend that I've been talking to on Instagram, we have decided to maybe do a stitch along together of the winter court mystery kit, because she just bought it as well, so we'll see how that goes. She is super nice. If you haven't followed her on Instagram, her name is Bailey Stitching. I'll put her @ on screen. She's super fun. She does such cute projects, so we'll see how that goes with that. But yeah, I think that's all I have to give updates on, my thoughts, my plans, my feelings, everything. So I hope you enjoyed the rest of this stitch with me with some fun music on top of it. Thank you guys so much for stitching with me, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you. Bye.